The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
A minute 10 to go. 6 to shoot. Brandon one-on-one. Top of the key for three. And he got it! He got it! He got it! The Illini come to Spokane. Looking to inbound. Gets it to Griffey. Layup. No! It's gone! Griffey with a game! They're rushing the court. What a game! The Illini have won!
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Baker. Welcome to Fighting Illini Insider. 8 is enough. Now my old schoolers will get that 70s sitcom reference, but the Illini men's basketball team is definitely glad that the rerun of their 8-game losing streak is over after a big victory at Penn State, beating the Nittany Lions 60-55. Unfortunately, our Illinois women are still having a tough go at it during Big Ten play. Coming up on today's show, both head coach John Gross and Matt Bollant will join me here on set to talk about how things are going with their respective teams. But right now, let's take a look at the highlights from the Illini's game against Wisconsin and that big win snapping that losing streak at Penn State. Here's the radio call with the highlights.
Abrams between the circles, right sideline to Iki, bounce pass to Egwu, out top to Abrams for three, and he got it. Abrams buries a three. And the Illini off to a 3-0 lead over Wisconsin. It's inside to Brust, put it on the floor, lost the handle, loose ball, Illini dive on it, Bertrand's got it. Ahead to Rice. Rice one-on-one against Gosser, had it stripped, gets it back, puts it up, had it blocked, deflected to Bertrand who puts it in. Bertrand picks up the garbage and puts it in, and it's 5-0 Illinois.
Four freshmen out there, they lost Caney.
Here's Nunn, drives on the floor, and puts it up and in. Kendrick Nunn with a nice drive to the basket, put it up with the left hand. Thought he was fouled. Rebound cleared Illinois. Rice out of there with it. Good pass to Nunn with a layup. It's good. Pretty feed by Rice to Nunn, cutting to his right. The Illini take the lead back 15-14. Nunn out between the circles, handles it. Dribbles to the top of the key. Alley-oop to Egwu, and he slams it in. Nice pass. Nunn to Egwu.
Everything that they worked for 16, 17 minutes of this first half.
Here's Rice with an impossible shot. He throws it up and in. Stumbling down the lane. And Rice.
Wisconsin has an 8-point lead, and again, for the majority of this half, it was nip and tuck, 1 point, 2 point. Wisconsin will go in with a substantial lead.
Abrams with 6 for the half. Dribble drive down the lane. Tough shot. It goes in. Abrams with a layup, and that'll do it for the half. Right wing to Abrams. Abrams on the dribble, cross court to Rice for three. Got it. Rice from the left wing buries the three. And the Illini within 5 at 42-37. Within Wisconsin with 17 and a half to go. Oh, here's Brust with a bad pass. Trying to feed it inside. Stolen by Rice. Layup is good. And he stops it. That's right. Timeout for Rice. 14:50 left. Rice rolls right of the lane. Dribble drive around Decker. Shot up short. Rebound Rice. Got his own miss and put it up and in. Rice beginning to take over. He's got 15.
Stat is almost identical except for 3-pointers.
Well, here's Joe. Bertrand catches the pass from Tate in the lane and put it up and in from 6 feet out. Bertrand, who's just killed Wisconsin. That's how they were winning games early. That's how they got off to a 16-0 start. Bertrand drives, leans in, and banked it up and in. He got around Ben Brust on the left baseline, and Bertrand has 8. Illini fight back. Seconds left. Illini need a basket here. Here's Rice. Drives, had it stripped. Gets it back. Back to Bertrand. Shoots a three, and got it. Bertrand hits a three as the horn was sounding. As that ball was rolling around out there, the Illini picked it up. Bertrand found it and buried it. No threes tonight. Here's Rice, drives, leans in, tough shot, got it to go. Counted and he's fouled. Foul on Kaminsky as Rice went right at the 7-footer.
So far in this game, Illinois needed a big play. They've been able to make it, whereas the last game or the last few games, Illinois made timely mistakes. And this one so far, they made timely execution.
And again, the storybook this year on Wisconsin has been they don't have a rim protector per se.
on the three-point shooters with their hands down.
66-57, 9-point lead. Iki tries to answer and does with a three at the other end. He may have stepped on somebody's foot. He's limping back as he heads up court. Iki with his first three of the game. 10 seconds left. Rice drives, stuffs it home. Rice with a flush for 24 points and a foul in the backcourt on Bertrand on Brust. Here is Abrams to Rice, shoots a three, banked it too hard. The Badgers win again in Champaign. 75-63 is the final. And here's the tap, but that one not much better. And the ball on the floor, and they fight for the loose ball. It goes into the backcourt, and Penn State runs it down. Rebound, Malcolm Hill. Hill out of there with it. Gets it to Ray Rice, to the basket, Rayvante, layup, no good, followed by Egwu is good. Nana hustling, taps it up and in. Now drives, shoots a three, left wing, short, rebound tapped out, Kendrick Nunn runs it down near midcourt, 2-on-1 to Hill, layup is good. Nunn to Hill, the freshman team up. The other end, right wing, no good for Penn State, rebound Illinois. Out of there, Tate, left wing to Bertrand. Now to Tate, Rice, right corner, Iki for three, got it. Iki buries the three, right corner. And the Illini roar back. Again, Egwu out with two fouls. Trying to post inside is Malcolm Hill. Swing it side to side, reverse it to Hill on the left corner. 13 to shoot. Hill, pull-up jumper from 15, and he buried it. Oh, nice shot by Malcolm Hill. Right wing doesn't shoot it. 13 to shoot, now to Nunn. Stutter step in the lane. Floater from 12 is good. Kendrick Nunn with a little pullback. Knocks it down. Nunn. Long pass to Bertrand, good feed to Colbert, under the basket, up and in, counted, and he's fouled. Oh, what a pretty up and under move by Austin Colbert. Rebound Malcolm Hill. Now to Nunn, shoots a right court three, and he got it from the right wing. Timeout, Penn State. They've cooled off. Rebound Abrams. Outlet to Nunn. Here goes Kendrick. Leans in, falling down. Throws it up and banked it in. Counted and he's fouled. Rice guarded by Travis. Puts it on the deck. Kicks to Hill on the right sideline. Drives in for 15 with a pull up from Malcolm Hill, and he got it. Hill with 9 in a good one in Happy Valley. Rice, top of the circle. Rice on the dribble drive. Banked it up and in. Oh, Rayvante Rice with 4. 60-58. Here's the inbound to Rice. Shoots a three from the corner and buried it. On a quick inbound to Rayvante, he buries a three. 9 early, but roared ahead by 9, and then we're tied at half, and we're tied again early in the second half. Here's a pass from Abrams to Iki, who buries a three from the right sideline. Still no wins to show for it, though. Here's the inbound. Abrams found Nunn open in left corner for three, and Nunn buries another one. Abrams looking for an opening. Picked up by his man Johnson. Fires to Hill. Short jumper in the paint is good by Malcolm Hill. Here is Rice. Handles it against the Penn State defense. They played some zone. They're in a man. Here is Nunn. Drives to the basket. Nice move. Layup. Kendrick Nunn is good by 1 here in Happy Valley. Abrams now goes to work with 10 to shoot. Finds an opening. Kicks right corner. Nunn for 3. He got it. He got it. Kendrick Nunn with a 3. Rice hits the free throw. 3.9 left. Newbill in the backcourt with 2, with 1. And a long three is no good. And the losing streak is over.
Welcome back to Fight the Illini Insider with head basketball coach John Gross. And it was Happy Valley for you yesterday and your team to finally get off that schneid, break the 8-game losing streak. I said at the top of the show, 8 is enough. You remember that old TV show?
Yeah.
No more reruns. That's right. No more reruns of the losing streak. The big story out of this one, besides the 60-55 win over the Nittany Lions, was you deciding to shake up your starting lineup, inserting 2 freshmen in Malcolm Hill and Kendrick Nunn in place of a couple of fifth-year seniors, paid big dividends. Those 2 rookies combined for 30 points.
Yeah, they played well. I thought they did a great job. But, I think the story is the sacrifice those 2 seniors made. I talked to them a couple days before the game and obviously wanted to mix it up and blend some experience coming off the bench with some of our youthfulness. And it's not easy when you're Joe Bertrand, who averages 10 points a game, shoots 52% from the field, your leading field goal shooter, gets 5 rebounds a game. Iki's our leading hustle play guy on the year, leading defensive rebounder per minute played, and our best 3-point shooter. So we some guys were pretty productive when we moved them, and it wasn't so much because they hadn't played well or they hadn't fought. It was what we thought was the best for our team. Now, a big part of that was we were able to do it because Nunn and Hill had developed and evolved on the defensive end. Throughout the season, I think everyone has seen Nunn and Hill make some spectacular offensive plays where you see that talent that they have. But their consistency on the defensive end was something that we had been preaching to them and hoping that they would grow into. And really the last couple weeks, we started to see a noticeable difference in how they were grading out defensively, that they were picking up the system. And that, as much as anything, in conjunction with the sacrifice of the fifth-year seniors, allowed us to make that change.
Fans, of course, can't see the progress in practice that you
Sure.
and the coaching staff sees, but at some point you always see a light come on with the freshmen, right?
Sure.
Because you and I have joked the best thing about freshmen, they become sophomores, but
Yeah.
you get to this point in the season, past the halfway point of the Big Ten slate, it starts to kind of crystallize for them. And you could see it with Kendrick, a kid who's used to winning, and as well as Malcolm, the confidence growing by the minute that they're out there. And of course, Nunn made a big shot to help secure the win, that three-pointer in the corner.
Big shot. And Tracy made a great read, made a very unselfish pass. He read the action well, went to one of the options on the set play, and Nunn buried a big one.
Earlier in the week, when the Badgers came here against Wisconsin again, you had been saying throughout this rough patch that, hey, I'm proud of my kids. They're playing hard. You go back to the Iowa game, you said you've never been as proud of a team in a loss of playing so hard. So you were seeing the progress. Of course, it helps when you get the win. But in that Wisconsin game, you look to that one, when the Badgers hit 10 three-pointers and pretty tough on the boards, it's tough to beat anybody when that's happening.
It is, and they shot the ball really well, so give them a lot of credit, especially down the stretch. And a lot of those were at the end of the shot clock, with the shot clock winding down.
Sam Decker couldn't.
He goes
throw
4 for
on
7. Yeah, he was
that.
shooting 18%,
Right.
coming into the game. So
and he's a great player, don't get me wrong.
it just did happen that night, and but I thought we did some really good things offensively against Wisconsin. I thought we maybe played our best basketball and Big Ten play in that Iowa stretch. There where we came back from 21 down. So, the biggest thing with the Penn State game is just the fact that I'm happy for our guys that they were rewarded with the positive result. But to be honest with you, they've been fighting the entire time.
Right.
I mean, that hasn't really changed. Their disposition hasn't changed. And we've actually played some really good basketball against Iowa and Wisconsin. We just didn't get the result we wanted. So I was happy for our guys that they were able to get a reward for fighting through some adversity.
Real quick, 4,000 fans braved the elements to make it to State Farm Center to see that Wisconsin game. And how about the Orange Crush? 13-hour bus ride out there to State College.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Had about 120 plus of them. It was great. And
had to give you a heck of a boost.
It
right?
did. Yeah, they were great. You could hear them during the game. So we've got a great student organization in the Orange Crush, and we appreciate everything they do for us. It makes a difference when they're on campus when spring semester started. I know we had the snowstorm the other day, but thank goodness they were able to walk over, and they came out in droves again, and they really helped the environment. So we feel very very honored to have them, and for them to travel 13 hours is incredible.
Well, the Illini looking to build on the win over Penn State as they travel to Nebraska, then come home to host Ohio State. Coming up on Fight the Illini Insider, Coach Gross's counterpart on the women's side, Matt Bolant, will join us here on set. We're back here on Fight the Illini Insider, and joining me is head women's basketball coach Matt Bolant. Good to see you as always. The season obviously not going the way you anticipated at the start of the year, but in the previous segment we had Coach Gross on, and he inserted 2 freshmen in the starting lineup, but you sort of beat him to the punch, putting 3 freshmen in your starting lineup when you have the 24th ranked team in the country, Michigan State, coming to State Farm Center, and stuck with that lineup against Minnesota. Why did you decide to make the change, and is this something we're going to see long-term moving forward?
Yeah, the biggest thing is we're trying to build culture. And, I felt like the start of the Indiana game, we didn't defend. Our returners didn't play with, and the Ohio State game as well. We didn't defend and play with the energy that we are asking them to. And so we said, hey, we got some kids that are hungry and want to do that, so we're going to give them a chance to do that. And they've done a good job for the most part. Our best freshman's out with mono, unfortunately, Jackie Grand, who should be on the all-freshman team. And then, we have Kennedy Catton, who tore ACL, is really good going to be incoming, and Mikhail Shackelford is redshirting. Those 3 are all going to be really good players. But the other 2 freshmen are hungry and want to learn and want to defend, and so we thought we'd give them an opportunity to show that.
How did your upperclassmen react to that? I mean, obviously, if you make a change and you win, that will always make it hard for anybody to argue with the move. But when you don't get the victory, did that affect things in the locker room? With
Yeah, they've
at all?
actually done pretty well.
Okay.
Lexus Smith has been outstanding immediately, great spirit, great heart, and Amber's done well as well. And it's not an easy thing for him. But I told him, hey, people are going to be watching you, and your reaction is going to be really important to how you play and what you do. And yesterday, the day before in practice, Amber's attitude was great, and walk through Amber's attitude was good, and then she came out and played really well in the first half yesterday.
You're referring to the game at Minnesota, which you lose 66-61, and the disappointing part, you had the game in hand with about 4 minutes to go, up 7. What happened down the stretch?
Yeah, with 4 minutes left, Ivory was playing great, got hit in the eye, and had to come out and couldn't see out of the eye, got an elbow to the eye.
And she had led you in scoring with 18 and 20 the game before.
Yeah, that really hurt us. And then credit Banham. They're two big kids. They've got 2 All-American type players. Banham, a Wade watch list, and then a freshman 6'5" post player that offensively is as good as anybody in the Big Ten in the low post. And they did a great job of getting those 2 the ball and making plays. And unfortunately, we didn't take that away the way we should have.
There's still a good chunk of the Big Ten schedule left, even though you're at the bottom looking up in the standings. What are you looking to accomplish from here on out, particularly like by inserting freshmen like Taylor into the starting lineup and changing things up?
Yeah, really, we're just trying to grow the program. Obviously, we're not where we need to be talent-wise, and there's just no question about it.
But you mentioned the injuries, and there's
yeah,
supposed to be a different situation.
And so we're trying to build and teach them the right things so that when we are on an even playing field, talent-wise, that we'll get the results we wanted. And they grew yesterday. I thought they battled and competed. I think anybody that watched the game we outfought Minnesota and out-hustled them and played harder than they did for 38, 39 minutes. And I respect that in our kids, and I thought they were really good. And we'll continue to grow on the practice court as well.
Orange looks good on you, as always. It's a great color, but tell me about how your ladies were thinking pink yesterday. And I think it was the first of 3 games. You're going to wear the pink uniforms for breast cancer awareness and women's college basketball. Of course, most recently, Kay Yao passing away, is kind of a symbol of that fight to find a cure for breast cancer. The uniforms look great, but it's also for a great cause.
Yeah, it's neat that we can do the pink uniforms. And, I knew Kay and knew her staff, and so knew the staff that replaced her. And so it's been kind of a neat thing in college basketball, and, just to bring awareness to a cause. And it's so much time we get wrapped up in the game of basketball, and there's more to life than that. And we can use basketball to be a platform to, increase awareness and help others. And that's what we're trying to do.
The week ahead for your women's team, you travel to Iowa, then you come home and take on Michigan.
Yeah, Iowa's a really good basketball team, really offensively probably as good as anybody in the Big Ten. Pass and shoot. All 5 kids can pass and shoot the 3 and score a lot of points. So we got a challenge for us there defensively. And then we come home with Michigan. We lost a tight game at Michigan. So
and that was right after the Northwestern win.
Yeah, looking forward to that opportunity to play in them. We were right in that game late in the game. So hopefully 2 opportunities this week to continue to grow and get better.
All right, Coach, all the best to you and your team. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you next time. We're coming right back on Fight the Illini Insider.
It's good. Good. It'll be good. Go.
We here are sold and committed into recruiting our state. We believe that the high school football in this state, the high school coaching, the school systems, all are very good for football. So right now we've got over 50 football players that are on this football team that are part of the Illinois football program, high school football program. So we're excited with those numbers because we've moved them up each and every year. What's going on, big day? You look nice. You look nice. I didn't know you could dress so good. You know, when you're talking about going out and recruiting young men that you want to be part of your football team, those are the stories that you hear, and they end up being kind of no-brainers. Hey, I want that young man involved in our program.
Once again, this coming week, the Illini men will travel to Nebraska before coming home to State Farm Center to host Ohio State, and the Illini women go to Iowa, and then they have a home game against Michigan. We'll tell you all about it next week here on Fighting the Illini Insider, hopefully talking about more big wins for the Orange and Blue. For now, I'm Ryan Baker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Fighting the Illini Insider.